This is part 5 of my Black & Decker 5-inch straight grinder tear down and restore if possible. I got that bearing out of there. It did turn out to be kind of crunchy. I can feel it in there, and I think that's caused due to the fact that it's an electric motor and bearings get damaged in theory from the electrical current flowing through them, like you have in like a Tesla, where you have to have brushes that actually contact like a washer around the bearing that actually contacts the rotor shaft and the case, so that electricity doesn't actually flow through the ball bearings themselves. That's the way I understand it. I made the puller to go into the bearing and pull it out. That was kind of a job. It was really stuck in there. There's another way of doing it. You can pack grease in the middle of the bearing like you would on a car, on a crankshaft pilot bearing. When you're replacing the clutch, you replace the pilot bearing, and it is in the crankshaft, or the crankshaft, just like this. Pack that with grease, and what you could do here is use the rotor to push down on this, and that grease will push this bearing out of its setting. You just keep packing it until, actually in this case, this is really tight. So you probably wouldn't want to use this rotor to do that, but you want to use a punch about this size, pack this with grease, and maybe a hammer, and pound that, and you'll see that this bearing will slide out. The grease will force it out like a piston. That is another way of doing it, but again, that's tedious too. I think the way to do it would be to use a slide hammer. It took me probably 10 minutes. I just used a regular Phillips screw, stuck it in this old dent puller, and that's how I did that. So thanks for watching this segment. I appreciate the views, and I hope this helps somebody that's working on something similar. See you guys later.